indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bobby, can you call the roll?
Yes. Commissioner Dean Hazelhorst,
Present.
Commissioner Chair Butch Schleier,
Present.
Commissioner Neil Younger.
Present.
We have quorum.
Okay, in order of business, we'll have an executive session this evening. Any other changes or amendments?
I have none.
Okay, prior minutes? Did you guys get to,
I did. I have no questions.
yeah, no questions, no concerns, so the minutes will stand as approved. Or again, stand as submitted, excuse me. Consent agenda. Do I hear a motion for this consent agenda?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda items A through G.
I
wanna-
second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Any issues from persons not on the order of business? Doesn't look like it. Monthly financial report. Did you have a chance to look at the report?
I had no questions or comments.
No questions?
No.
Okay. Reorganization of the Board of Commissioners. Okay. We need to appoint the Chair of Board of County Commissioners. Do I hear a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to nominate Butch Schleier to serve again in 2021 as chair.
Okay. Second?
I second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. The Vice Chair, I move the Commission appoint Commissioner Hazelhorst as Vice Chair for the Board of County Commissioners for next year. Do I hear a second?
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. With the appointments to the community boards, Commissioner Neal said he would like to serve on the Kansas Community Corrections Board, which would include the Northwest Kansas Juvenile Board. Do you still want to do the Workforce Board, or do you want to change to the Mental Health Board?
I don't care.
Or do you want one of the other ones?
No, it's fine.
I can do the Mental Health Board again.
If you want to, that one I serve on that, I'll be honest with you guys, that workforce, it's just, we don't meet in person anymore, and it's Zoom meetings if everybody can attend, and if not, they get canceled 10 minutes before. I
Okay.
feel it's very unorganized, but I'll keep serving on it.
Okay. I move the commission appoint Neil Younger to the Kansas Community Corrections Board and to the Northwest Kansas Juvenile Services Board, to Butch Schleier to the High Plains Mental Health Board, and to Dean Hazelhorst to the Workforce One Board.
I'll second that, Mr. Chair.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 3-0. The depositories. Do I hear a motion for that?
Yes, Mr. Schleier, just as soon as I find,
It's number 4 here.
I move that commission designate the official depository and also the county newspapers for regular meeting times, days, and the Ellis County Public Building Commission directors recommended by staff.
Do I hear a second?
I'll make a second motion on that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. I move the commission approve all the recommended appointments as specified in the staff report.
I will second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Can I have
Aye.
a,
Motion passes 3-0.
can I have a point of clarification on the departments or the recommendations for appointments to non-commissioner representatives? Just before the meeting, I was visiting with our health services director, and I looked in the previous year's notes, and we've never really had an appointment in here for our public health officer. And Mr. Kennedy feels it would be important that we specify in here, under the appointment of non-commissioner county representatives, that we add Jason Kennedy as the official public health officer for Ellis County.
Okay,
Makes sense?
that makes sense too. Do we need a motion for that?
I would suggest it.
I would make a motion, we appoint Jason Kennedy as the Ellis County Public Health Officer.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Okay, does that take care of the appointments then?
Should.
Should do it. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the K-Work classification status. Lisa?
Good evening, Commission. Lisa Ree, County Appraiser. I thought I'd start off this first commission meeting of the new board with some good news. I have been in contact with K-Work since 2016, working on this project. I had noticed that 4 of the employees in the appraiser's office, that their workman's comp rating was exceedingly high, especially compared to other offices. And what I found was the people that work outside the office, our data collectors and the county appraiser, were classified at the highest rate for workman's comp insurance. We were classified as not otherwise classified. The other people in our office were classified at clerical. So our rating for those 4 people at the highest rate was over 6%. For the clerical staff, it was 0.2%. So finally, after many discussions, getting some help from Senator Billinger and the insurance department, and then finding out another county appraiser had been working on this also, I was notified after Christmas that they have decided, K-Work has decided to lower the rating for the county appraiser and the data collectors in our office to a lower rate, and that'll save the county over $12,000. When I had first talked with them in October this last year, they were aware that there was an issue with that. They were reluctant to make a change because that classification made up almost 0.25% of their budget. Fourth of their budget, excuse me, made about 1/4 of their budget. But I was pleasantly surprised to get a call that they were going to start that rating, the new rating, as the first of this year. So we're going to have some savings finally. They're working on this for a while, but I wanted to pass that on as some good news.
So was the only reason they had that rating high was for their budget?
No, in the manual, the standard manual that they use, it has actually listed in the not otherwise classified section, it actually says data collectors and appraisers.
Mhm.
And I'd asked them if there is any history among county appraisal staff of ever having workman's comp claims getting hurt on the job. They were not aware of any, but with our work and at least one other county appraiser, they did agree to lower the rating.
Mhm.
So,
Well, it's a welcome change.
yes, yes. And then I thought I also would let you know and let the public know that we implemented on the first of the year an online filing system for any personal property tax payers. Anybody that has personal property listing in our office, you have a boat, you have a mobile home, you have a farm truck, heavy truck, commercial property, you can file your property listing online if there are no changes. And I think as within just 2-3 days, we had almost 200 people start using it. So I think, especially with the COVID situation, I think we'll have a lot of people take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I think we will.
all right.
Commissioners, any questions for Lisa?
No, that's great. We're saving some money, so thank you
know.
for
Yep.
hard work on that and saving us $12,000. So thanks again.
Absolutely.
The online, is that new, used? Can you do new?
You can use anything that you have listed already, and you're not going to make any kind of change. With this first year of implementing it, We wanted to start slow, so we thought we would just do only if there are no changes to your listing. If you've purchased a new boat, we want you to go ahead and fill out your paper form and let us know. But if you still have your same golf cart you had last year and you haven't added anything, you can do that online. There is a link on the main homepage of Ellis County's webpage, and it takes you to a little instruction page, and there's a link to go and start your filing.
Okay,
All right.
sounds good. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, next is the 2021 agreement to treat noxious weeds for Kdot. Gary Haas?
Good evening, Commission. Gary Haas, Weed Control Supervisor. I'm here tonight with the 2021 county agreement to treat noxious weeds with Kdot. We had updated our rates in 2020, and after reviewing them, we figured we could stay with that for another year or so. So we're going to be at $36 an hour for labor and $36 an hour for the larger of our spray trucks, and $32 for the pickup truck is what we'd like to be at. Financial impact in revenue from Kdot in 2020 was $9,221, and we expect it to probably be close to that again. So I'm just requesting for you to approve and sign the agreement.
Okay. That's pretty much a standard agreement we sign every year, is
We've
that
had,
correct?
yeah, we've been doing it for years.
Yeah, KDOT appreciates it.
Yep, we keep doing more and more work for them. I think the year before, we were at $7,000 worth of work we did for them, and they had us start treating a lot more guardrails, so that kind of raised it up to a little over 9.
Okay, well, yeah, that's good. Okay, Commissioners, any comments or questions for Gary?
I have none, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Do I hear a motion for this issue?
I'll make a motion. I move that the county, or the commission approve the 2021 KDOT Bureau of Maintenance county agreement to treat noxious weeds, contract and authorize commission chair to sign.
I'll second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gary.
Next, we have personnel policy update for health insurance. Darren?
Union Commission, Darren Myers, Interim County Administrator. As the commission is aware, starting here in January 2021, we changed off the state employee health plan and switched over to Freedom Claims Management for our health insurance. With that comes up with some different options we have for when we can implement insurance as to different times of when they can start or when they are on leave, whether it be military leave, FMLA, sick leave, work comp, etc. With those different things in mind, we needed some direction from the commission. So that way we can tell new employees, for instance, we had 3 new employees start on January the 4th, and this would have affected them if we had any type of change other than what we did with the state. Currently, what we're looking at is having the biggest question that impacts it is when to start the health insurance for a new employee. And different ways you can do it. You can start immediately. You can start it on the following month or 30 days after the first date of a first full month, which is where we're suggesting at. And so, for instance, those who had started on January 4th, the 4th, the first time that they could actually have insurance would be on March the 1st. That way it gives enough time for the new employees to get their paperwork turned into the administrative offices with Janet, process the paperwork, and still have enough time to have 2 payroll periods before that first month starts. That way we could collect the employees' share of that insurance. So with that, we just asked to update the personnel policy with those 4 or 5 new bullet points into the personnel plan or personnel policy. And I'd stand for any questions.
Okay, now prior to this change, what were we doing, Darren?
It's basically the same. It's the same plan as what we had with the state employee health plan. It's just since that was their rule on the earliest that some people could start, we just kept it the same. there are some different ways that you could have negotiated. For instance, when our prior county administrator started, we tried to apply for a variance and it was denied. It's not very easy, but this is our policy decision now and wanted to allow that. So we just thought we would just keep it the same, so that way there was no change in practice for the county.
So this is pretty much the standard we've grown accustomed to.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. Commissioners, any questions?
I have none. I already read it. I have none.
Okay.
No.
Okay, we need a motion.
I'll make a motion. I move the commission approve the following addition to section 8.7 of Ellis County Personal Policy regarding health care coverage.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. Okay, County Administrator report. Darren?
I have a couple things this evening. The first is a little bit of good news. As of a couple days ago, or at the end of last week, our engineering firm, Buck Driggs, submitted the final plans to the Northwest Business, or to Kdot for the Northwest Business Corridor. So we are still in line and on schedule for that project. I believe, and Bill might correct me, I believe we have 3-month time period, which they will review it and go back and forth on any final changes, with summertime of this year for bid letting for that project, with a start date coming right up into August already. It's been kind of a quick process, but that's kind of where we're at this point. And the second thing that I want to mention, or ask permission for the chair to sign, is a letter to the Department of Commerce. As the commission is aware, we received the CDBG-CV funds, the Community Block Development Grant for the coronavirus. And their target date to have 50% of the money sent out to the applicants is January the end of this month. And since we purposefully left, kind of prolonged starting this project until after we had the first round of spark money out, we're going to be right up against that deadline. And the reason we did that was so that way we would be able to identify everybody with the first round of the spark money. So that way, if there was any other individual businesses that needed additional funds, we could try to allocate some more to them that weren't allocated with the initial round. So with that, I just ask that the commission approve the chair to sign this letter to send to the Department of Commerce, asking for a couple more weeks extension, just so we have a little bit more flexibility to start getting that 50% of that money spent of $132,000 out to the businesses that are awarded. And just so the commission is aware, we had a couple month review or application period come mid-December. We collected all of them and had about a week time period where we had a couple businesses that had to submit some more documentations, which we anticipated. They had to give us their DUNS number and some more paperwork. We then sent it off to the review board with Grow Hayes, and as of last week, they met and reviewed all the applications. And come this following Monday on the 18th, they'll be in front of your commission to give you their recommendations for approval and for us to send off to the Department of Commerce.
Yeah, I have no issue signing the letter. Do we need a motion for that, Bill?
No.
Okay,
I have no problem.
okay,
Perfect.
okay. We'll sign your letter.
And I believe that's all I got.
Okay. County Commission reports. Commissioner Hazelhorst.
I had a boring life this past week, so I have nothing.
Good.
Sorry.
Commissioner Younger.
I didn't have a boring life. I just want to thank my beautiful wife for helping me get where I'm at, and all the other support throughout Ellis County. Not here very long, but what I have been, I see a lot of good people that we have on board. So I'm very appreciative of that. Thanks you, everybody.
I'd just like to thank everybody, too, for this morning at 8:30. That was the first time we've ever done it that way in the courtroom up there, so that was pretty neat versus doing it here all the time. So that was kind of a welcome change, and just for all the changes we have, from sheriff to our clerk and new commissioner, and it's just very exciting times in Ellis County again. So
It was fun. He made it fun.
it was very nice. First time we ever done it that way, so that was a very nice addition to a change. Change is always good, so
Okay.
thank you for everybody who's new on board. And got reelected, that's still old on board, I guess.
And I just want to acknowledge Commissioner Younger for being on the board and look forward to his participation
Okay.
over
Thank
the
you.
next term. Okay. Executive session?
I have one, Mr. Chair. I move the Board of County Commissioners recess to executive session under the following exemption to the Kansas Open Meetings Act pursuant to the attorney-client privilege exemption. The subject to be discussed during the executive session is fair lease agreement. 20 minutes, fine? Yes? Shouldn't take that long. Those persons in attend, I get it spit out here. The persons to attend in addition to the Board of County Commissioners are Mr. Bill Jeter, Darren Meyer, Interim County Administrator, and Justin Scheck. Is Jill here too or not? No, just Justin Scheck, Ellis County Fair Board Vice President.
Okay. I'll second that motion. So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. Okay, there's no action taken, and the Board of Commissioners meeting is adjourned at 5:52.
Oh, yeah, that's right, we got public building go yet.
Now we will have the Ellis County, Kansas Public Building Commission. Bobby, please note that everyone is here. Approval of prior minutes. Did we see prior minutes? I don't recall.
I don't recall any prior minutes, but
I'm sure they're
You guys
okay.
signed, I think Donna was late just getting in here, so that should have been off. You guys signed them over, you already approved them.
Oh,
You just
okay,
signed
that could have
them.
been, yes.
Yeah.
sounds good.
Okay, reorganization of the Public Building Commission.
I will make a motion to make Butch Schleier board president.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Do we need a vice president?
Don't think so, do we?
I don't think there was
Okay.
one.
I don't think we've ever had
Do
one.
we need anything else in the way of reorganization?
I think the only other the item that was on there, was already taken care of with the commissioner appointment, was just the project manager,
Okay,
and that was myself last year.
okay, so you're the project manager.
Correct.
Okay. Consideration of accounts payable.
And we did not have none.
Don't have any.
Okay. Project manager report.
Just two updates in relation, not necessarily to the Public Building Commission, but as a leftover two projects from that we had talked about a couple weeks ago in regards to the law enforcement center. We've got the contractor working on the grates to cover up the skylights at the jail, as well as the commission or the judge chambers exit door. The contract has been signed, and they will start working on that. And they were informed to work with our court administrator to make sure that they are quiet during court sessions and work with the courts to make sure they don't interrupt any courts that are in session. So other than that, that is the only two projects
Okay.
that we have going on.
No executive sessions. So we will adjourn the Ellis County Public Building Commission at 5:55.